All right, guys, welcome back. Two dudes on a couch. Um, we haven't been in a while. I was sick, and then when I was not sick anymore, he got sick, and then he's been busy with work. I've been busy with school. It's crazy. It's a crazy
It's
world
just,
we live in.
you know, life gets you sometimes, and we're trying to be on a constant schedule, but we both are just like have
We're
got
human, dog.
yeah, we're just human.
I got sick, and then as soon as I was healthy, he got sick. It was crazy.
I'm still recovering from sickness.
Low key, same.
It's been
I
going-
get, like,
It's
phlegm
been
in my
going
throat
around, dude.
still. Yeah.
And I
It
also
doesn't help when it's negative 40 outside. -10.
that's true. I don't usually get sick like I feel like
No.
you're not like you don't get sick every second, but like you're a little more susceptible.
Bro, I don't know what happened. Like, I swear when I was, like, in middle school and, like, freshman year, dude, I had, like, the best immune system known to man. And then, like, as soon as I got, like, halfway through sophomore year, I was just got, like, hit with every sickness known to man. My immune system just, like, took a dive.
Yeah,
It's
well,
weird.
I don't know. My immune system's usually pretty good, but it got me this time. And I was just kind of a cold, but whatever. I'll fight through that because I got that dog in me, you know.
All right.
Well,
we got some sports talk. Ja Morant was, like, had a gun in a club threatening some other NBA players, apparently.
yeah. What was bro doing?
And then Jackson Mahomes is, like,
Sexually assaulted some
some
bar
girl.
owner. He like
Yeah.
grabbed her and like kissed her, and she's like, "Get off me."
Yeah.
I was kind of laughing, and then he like went back for her like a minute later and like kissed her again. And she's like,
Yeah.
"Dude,"
He like grabbed her by the neck and, like, it was freaking crazy.
I'm like, "Come on, bro! Like, what are you doing?" I feel bad. I feel bad for Patrick Mahomes.
Facts.
Like Jackson Mahomes is literally only as popular because of his brother,
That's facts.
not because of his TikToks,
No.
Not
Jackson Mahomes is a nobody.
not because
Have you seen those memes? It's like,
he's a 5-time
you know, the
Pro Bowler, 2-time Super Bowl champion, 2-time MVP. He's literally a nobody.
you know
And
the,
I'm not trying to like be mean to him, but like, come on, dude. Like, really?
you know the clip of, like the montage of Kobe and Shaq, like, going insane.
Yeah, it's like
On
John
the Lakers,
Morant,
Ja Morant and 6'6".
Jackson Mahomes in the prison basketball league. Goated.
Yeah.
That's facts, though. And like Kobe like threw the ball like under the net, and Shaq was like, and just dunked it.
And there's also, like, Henry Ruggs and then, like, the other guy that was, like,
Yeah.
got caught racing in
This is
the
like Henry Ruggs, and it's like Jalen Carter in there too, because like Jalen Carter is
yeah,
like
he
the
was the guy that got caught street racing.
street racing with the other guy who died,
Yeah.
and it's like all of them in there, and like crazy, bro. It's like, why do athletes like just?
Do stupid shit.
It's like, come on, guys. Like John Morant, bro. We knew he was a menace, but like, bro's
Yeah.
a menace. Like, why did bro have a gun in a club pointing it at other people?
Yeah. Other NBA players, too.
Oh, and Alvin Kamara. Did you see that?
No.
Oh, he supposedly
I know,
he
like-
got caught for a beating, bro. Cause like he's got on camera of him saying like, yeah, hit that dude's jaw so hard. He's like, I slept that dude
What an
or
idiot.
something, and then he pleaded not guilty. I'm like, bruh, I got you on video, dude.
Clown.
Whatever. Like, come on, guys.
I heard about the thing in last year for, like, the last, like, Pro Bowl, not this year's, but last year's, like, in Vegas. Alvin Kamara got, like, charged with battery or something.
Yeah, bro's just off the perk constantly.
Facts. Got a new jersey.
Oh yeah, we switched our jersey. You can kind of see the reflective, dude.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Tom Brady.
We had to put the goat up there, you know.
Yeah.
Can't not put the goat up there.
Also, I was at Shields today. Got that $300 jersey for $80. It's
Was
pretty
that
lit.
at Shields?
Yeah, it was at Shields.
Oh, I didn't know that was at Shields. I thought
It
you
was
ordered that
crazy.
online.
No. We were just like, there's like a little jersey section in the back of Shields. And it's just like, you can't even get those jerseys anymore. They don't sell them anymore.
They had a Pat Surtain one, dude, that I wanted to buy. And I was like about to buy it, and then I looked the next day and it was just gone. Literally, I couldn't find it. I was like, what?
That's
But-
crazy.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of, I just don't understand players sometimes. Like,
Yeah. NBA players, bright future ahead of them.
what do you think
and they're
about
just,
the,
like,
like,
professional athletes with a bright future. Not even professional athletes, college athletes.
What do you think about
And
the?
they just like do something
Yeah.
stupid.
What do you think about the? Like, have you seen those like things where they talk about how like LeBron will just like sit out some games?
Yeah.
Like he'll just be like, "Nah, I'm not playing."
Yeah.
And it's like, how about those people that spend a lot of money to go to those games and then they find out you're sitting out?
LeBron is basically the Lakers general manager.
Like you should be playing every game unless you're actually hurt, because a lot of people spend a lot of money to take their kid
I'm
or
pretty
something.
sure in that game he broke the scoring record. After he broke the scoring record, I'm pretty sure he sat out the rest of the game.
Probably, dude's just trying to like save himself so like he can play with Bronny, because Bronny literally has to play like 1 year in college and then he could go to the NBA.
Yeah.
Like they're saying, like
is
he's projected to go to the
NFL?
Orlando Magic.
They need 2 years in college, right? Yeah,
I think you have to be at least a junior.
No, because Bryce Young's a sophomore. He's going in the draft this year.
Really?
Yeah.
Nah, you're capping.
I'm not capping.
You have to look that up, buddy.
I was literally listening to NFL radio and they asked him if like being only a sophomore like it's like
Yeah, you probably just have to have 2 years. That makes sense. But like I feel like I just want to finish all 4 years because
literally, bro. Like I think
you're getting paid. You're getting a free education, and like, what if you suck?
yeah, like what if you go to the league and you don't like Bryce Young is not gonna be that good in the NFL. That's a hot take probably, but I don't care. Bryce Young is not built for the NFL.
You hear it here first. I didn't say it. I did not say it.
CJ Stroud's the best quarterback in the draft. Except for dude looks up to Mike Vick and Deshaun Watson, so
Somebody said?
yeah.
He said
They
Deshaun Watson.
they asked him who's like the people you look up to and he said Michael Vick and Deshaun Watson.
So that Anthony Richardson, the Florida QB,
Yeah.
I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but he's got comparisons. They Lamar Jackson and Cam Newton. He's like,
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I'm Cam Jackson.
Yeah, he's like,
I call myself Cam Jackson.
he's like, I started calling myself Cam Jackson in the 11th grade. I'm like, what? Like, shut up, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, and then there's that D lineman from friggin' Pitt, dude, that ran the 4.69, and he's like 300 and something pounds. I'm like, bro,
Yeah.
what? That's insane.
That's crazy. And then the defensive lineman out of Georgia that ran 4.39.
He was a D end.
Yeah, but he ran a 4.39 and then was mad about it.
Was it 4.39?
Yeah.
Like if that was like the official time, wasn't
Yeah,
it?
the unofficial was 4.44. But he was mad about it because he said he didn't. He felt like he wasn't running as fast as.
Well, he said I could have run faster, but like, dude, shut up.
And then
I don't think you could have run much faster. Like everyone tries.
Well, I'm pretty sure he said he didn't feel like he was running as fastest, but he probably was.
I feel like yeah, that's just like the thing to say. He probably also said that because when you say that, draft prospect, like the people that are gonna draft you are like listening more. They're like, what?
Well, but also like he was mad after he ran the 40. Like he like I don't know. It was weird.
Yeah, I also what I just said is like, you say that though, and then people like listen more, right?
Yeah.
Like they're like, oh, that you weren't running your fastest, and then they might draft you higher because they think you weren't running your fastest.
4.39 is so crazy. Even
Yeah,
if you
like
are running your fastest.
for a D end.
Yeah.
Who's like 240 pounds.
Yeah.
Or something.
And he also had
That's faster.
he had a 41-inch vert too.
Yeah, and then that Anthony Richardson, the guy I was talking about, he broke like 2 of the records in the broad jump, which is like the jump where you jump.
Yeah.
And then the vertical jump. He broke both the QB records.
That's crazy.
And he had the 4th fastest run time since 2003.
Dang.
Because like Lamar Jackson, like Fields and stuff, I think.
Bro, I didn't even know the combine was happening, and then I'm sitting in school and I'm like scrolling through Instagram like on one of my passing periods, and then I just like I'm seeing people running 40s, and I'm just like, what?
Yeah,
What's going
because
on?
free agency opens up really soon.
Yeah.
I love free agency. Remember when we were in Texas?
Yeah, that was
And
crazy.
free agency was just popping off, bro. Like
Over spring break, yeah.
we'd wake up and we were just like, what?
Yeah, we'd wake up at
J.C.
like
Jackson
10:30.
on the Chargers? I remember that happened, bro, and we were both like, what? That was pretty crazy. Last year was like really wild, dude. It was
Yeah.
good though.
And we also like Herbert's eligible for an extension. We're like negative $15 million in cap, so we might have to. I've heard talks of us letting Tranquil walk.
Oh, Drew Tranquil?
Yeah.
Your linebacker?
Yeah, I've heard talks of us letting him walk, and like there's like another guy in free agency.
You're
that,
not
like,
gonna extend her. He's not that good.
And then like I don't know. I feel like we should have traded Keenan Allen just to get Cap, and he's kind of old, low key. But I don't know, he's a good receiver, and he's still like.
Yeah, I think you should trade him. I saw something like all things like you're gonna draft like that Jalen Hyatt from Texas.
Yeah, we need a young, fast
Was it
receiver.
Texas or Tennessee? I think it's Tennessee.
I don't know.
I think it's Tennessee.
I don't even know what pick we have. I think we have. I think we have like the 17th or the 18th pick.
Yeah, I saw that the Seahawks could possibly draft that Anthony Richardson with the 5th overall pick because they have the Broncos pick, you know?
Yeah, they're going to stick with Geno, though, probably.
Yeah, but, like, for the future. Because Geno...
Yeah,
like,
Geno's kind of old, I guess.
They're not going to, like, stick with Geno forever. Maybe, like, a 3-year extension.
Yeah.
I want to see... you know who John Jones is?
Maybe.
You know who John Jones is?
So maybe.
He's like that. He's fighting tonight. He's like one of the best MMA fighters of all time.
Really? That's crazy. He's 26-1. Bro's lost a fight. What a loser.
Who, John Jones?
Yeah. 20. His last fight was in 2020.
It said it was at...
It's at 8.
His nickname is Bones.
That's crazy.
He's John Bones Jones. That's
I've heard of him for sure. I've heard that before. The XFL kicked off. It's actually like a lot more entertaining than the USFL was last year.
Yeah, the XFL is actually pretty fun to watch.
Pretty
I don't watch like
football.
a ton of it, but
yeah, it's pretty good football so far. It's like the best league that's not the NFL that I've seen in the past couple years. Like there was one game where like the team was down like I don't know, they were down like a lot, and then they like got a touchdown, went for 3, and then like in the XFL, instead of doing an onside kick, you can try to convert a 4th and 15, and they converted the 4th and 15, and then they got another touchdown, and then they won the game. It was pretty crazy. Some pretty crazy stuff in the XFL.
okay, so the John Jones fight hasn't even happened.
I think
Or started.
what's happening right now? It started at 8. That's what my phone said.
I know it's supposed to start at 8, but it says another.
The XFL is like maybe there's
Later.
like fights before it.
Well, there's like crap ton of fights before all the undercards, but like it's supposed to start at 8, but like I don't know. I don't really know.
I'm sure the undercard started at 8.
Stenson Bennett ran a 4.67.
Yeah, I saw that.
He looks really slow though.
I know, he looked so slow. I was like, bro, that's got to be like a 5+, and it was just a 4.67. And I was just like, what? Made me question.
That's actually pretty good. Not gonna lie.
It is really good for. Stetson Bennett's not gonna get drafted in a high round though.
No,
If at all.
He had a lot. Stetson Bennett had a lot of like he was a good. I'm not saying he's a horrible QB. He was obviously a good QB. He just had like Georgia had the best defense, and he had loaded like players all around him.
Facts.
Like I'm not saying he was good.
Yeah, no, he was just like, he was just good enough to win 2 natties with, but he had so much talent around him, and he had the best defense in college football for 2 years in a row. So, defense wins championships. So.
What do you think your 40 dash could be?
Right now?
Yeah, if you ran it right now.
Probably like a 6 over 6. I don't know. Probably over that.
I feel like my 40 dash. I feel like I could get in the high 4s.
High 4s?
I bet you I could.
No shot.
Dude, we'll go to your. We'll go to the football field. We'll just like remember when we like jumped the fence that one time
Yeah.
and like played football
Yeah.
on the field.
Yeah.
Like that sounds like really bad, but I mean we just like you can't get in, so we just like hopped over the fence just to
like,
play football.
It was the middle of the day. Like we were just
we were just playing football.
Yeah.
We just go there and we could run the 40. Go.
We
And
could
then
just go
you
to-
just sit at the 40.
We just go to we just go to GHS because they don't have a fence around their field because they don't.
But yeah, but do they
Have
have
an
like
actual
the
field.
number lines?
Well, there's like a practice field, but they definitely don't have them up right now. I doubt the field's plowed. No one's played. There's no sports going on right now. Even if we did go to the turf
Oh
one,
yeah.
it's probably not plowed.
Well, it's probably melted. I mean,
It's been 40 degrees probably. Yeah, so it probably is melted. Get the stopwatch. Get like an
March
actual
pretty quick, bro.
stopwatch.
Dude, they like watch. They're like
Yeah,
literally as soon as they watch for like a finger, bro. They're like,
it's crazy.
I heard
They're not even watching the clock though. They're just watching the guy, and then they press the button.
So you know these NVIDIA GeForce cards,
Yeah,
graphics card for your computer.
yeah,
I heard the 40s came out.
yeah. They came out a little bit ago.
Really?
Yeah, I have a 3060. There's a 4090.
What's like the most expensive one? The 4090.
4090.
Is it absolutely insane?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Which is like $3,000.
Probably more because you can't even. They only sell a certain number of the 90s. So like, there's the 60, the 70, and the 80, and then they sell like a certain number of the 90s, and then they cut it off like so like it's like kind of rare.
It's probably like $12,000.
It's 1800. This one's 2000. 2000.
Cop it real quick.
2000.
Just cop it real quick, bro.
Mine was like
Dude, just cop it.
$400. Not maybe not that much. I don't know.
Oh, I forgot. This gym brand I bought just released a bunch of stuff. Oh.
It's kind of a random episode. We're just kind of talking about random stuff.
We're just here for the.
We're just here, just making an episode. Honestly, should we do a draft? Get the notes rolling.
Yeah, you just find one you want to do.
I still have the hot things draft in my notes. We should do like high school classes. High school like subjects.
But there's not that many like.
We don't have to do core classes. We could do electives.
You could do like core and electives. I guess.
Yeah, we could do both. Just classes.
Who
in
really
general.
likes core classes, bro?
Bruh, math is low-key turn.
If you have the right teacher, math is kind of fun, but like you have to have the right teacher.
Yeah.
If you don't have the right teacher, it's
Bro,
not that
welding,
fun.
turn, auto, turn,
Bro's like
turn. Everything about school is turn, except for English.
facts.
Never enjoyed English a day in my life. Combo is actually low-key fun, but that's because it's English and history.
Facts.
Math, like, bro, there's like math is crazy because there's like different units, and like if you're in
Yeah.
like a unit that you're like bad at, math is like the worst thing ever. But if you're in a unit that you're just good at, you like look forward to math because you're like, I'm so good at this unit that we're in, and you're just like excited to go learn and expand your knowledge of the subject. It's pretty crazy. Pretty
You're
crazy
like-
stuff.
Watch this, bro. I'm gonna expand my knowledge.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's see. I'm getting stumped on classes right now.
I just have like one notes for like all my draft to do.
Yeah, I just delete it and then put it.
I just have like all of them. Like
That's crazy. I always use the same notes, but I usually delete it.
bro, I can't type 2 correctly. There we go.
Why is engineering spelled with two E? Engineering is spelled ENGINEERING. That's crazy. Who spells a word with 3 E's in it? Like, grow up.
What else?
I already have 9, dog. How many you got?
4.
Pleb. Noob.
Not Mary.
Mary had a little lamb.
She refuses not to snow.
Yeah.
Cap.
I don't know. Bro, I literally don't even know the rest of that. Is that the whole rhyme?
Mary had a little lamb.
Little lamb. Little lamb. Mary had
A little lamb whose face was white as snow.
Is that the whole thing?
Pretty sure.
That's weird.
Row, row, row your boat gently down the stream.
Mary, 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 life is but a dream. There's like more verses.
Yeah,
to
there's
that,
more, but that's if you can remember more, you're just a nerd,
No, you're just goated like that.
or you're go to like that, whatever he says. I think you're a nerd, but dude, I'm having a hard time. I just didn't like school.
Yeah, school.
Well, like
sucks.
I don't mind school. Like it's fun, like hanging out with your friends. Some classes are like fun, but like
Bro, in my combo class, my teacher so they'll make a new seating chart and they'll like enforce it for like 3.5 weeks, like 2.5 to 3 weeks, and then they'll just like stop caring, so we can just sit wherever we want. It's lit.
I did that in like math. We ended up just sitting where we wanted. This was like stats, like my last year of high school.
Taking stats next year.
Stat.
Are we saying math is like one whole category?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what I was assuming, but.
Trying to think of all the electives.
Bro, the
I took.
worst is when like you're just having a bad day, and then you have and you just like everything is like pissing you off, you know?
Yeah.
And then like you like go to like combo or like, and you just like, and it's just
They're like, here's a friggin' packet, and you're
yeah,
like,
or it's like a notes day. And you
Yeah.
have to sit there and take notes for like 50 minutes.
that sucks, dude. I'm not gonna lie.
I already have 10.
I have 7. We'll just
Alright.
start.
Ready?
Rock, paper, scissors, shoot. 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 Rock, paper, scissors, shoot.
Jesus, we tied like 40 times.
It's because we have the same brain, bro. We're just like, I literally, I'm not gonna lie, bro. My bro's gonna throw scissors, so I'm gonna throw scissors, and then you threw scissors, and I threw scissors.
I was just like, my brain was just shut off. I was just doing hand motions,
I'm
honestly.
gonna blow my nose real quick, bro.
I started watching Book of Boba Fett because I haven't seen it yet.
You watch Mandalorian?
Yeah, I need to watch season 3 of Mando. And so like, low key, it's like, the first episode is wild. Like you just get thrown in, and he's just like, in this like tank.
It's not a bad show at all. It's just like kind of.
It's just hard to like keep track of, because he's just like in a tank, just having all these dreams, and you're just like, what is happening? And then it like goes to the like present time, and he's like having like an adventure, and then like it won't tell you, and it will just snap back to like the dreams, and it's just like super confusing at first, like when it switches, and then you're like, oh, it's switched because it's like in completely different settings, but like it's just like kind of weird because he's like in this like, because like he takes over for Jabba the Hutt and like controlling that like town, and so like that's like the present, and then it like flashes back to when he's like helping Tusken Raiders like fight off like this train thing, and it's just like, and it like doesn't tell you when it's switching back and forth, so it will just switch, and you're just like, what's happening? And you're like, oh, it did a time switch, and then you're just like, what the heck's going on here?
The Super Mario Lego a little crazy.
Yeah.
Did you buy Mario because you have Bowser?
Yeah.
He's completely set by the best.
I also bought like a little mini pack that has like a toad. It was like a toad, and then like we were in Billings and like we went to Cracker Barrel. You know that they have that store.
Oh, do they?
Yeah, they have like a store, and I got like this little Minecraft thing where you like it like gives you a pickaxe and you like break open the top, like it's a plastic pickaxe, and you break open the top, and then there's like a little dude inside. It was lit. Anyways, let's get back.
Who won? I won, right?
You won, I believe.
All right, number one pick, everyone's favorite class. If it's not your favorite class, you're a bozo. He already knows what I'm about to say. What do you think I'm going to say?
Gym.
Yeah, it's gym, buddy.
Does that include weights?
No.
No?
My number one pick is gym because gym, what do? You play volleyball. There was like a volleyball unit. There's a dodgeball. I mean, dodgeballs were like game days. At least
it's like every Friday though. You're playing dodgeball.
Yeah, and then like there's basketball unit. There's like football. Like everyone, it's just fun.
Yeah, there's like
unless you have to run the pacer.
There's like the potato ball where it's like ultimate frisbee, but you play with like a football. It's pretty cool.
And then dodgeball is everyone's favorite because you just absolutely throw heaters at people.
Yeah. And like I swear we played dodgeball literally every Friday.
Probably do.
It was turn.
Do you have gym and weights?
No.
Just weights?
I have weights. 0 period weights.
All right. What's your second?
Number one overall pick.
Or your first?
I'm going to go with auto. You know, you're learning life skills. You're learning how to change your oil.
He's saying auto shop like cars.
Yeah, auto shop. And you're learning how to like change your oil by yourself. You're learning all this stuff, how to rotate tires, how to do all this thing. And like most of the time, if you do auto 1 and auto 2 in high school, and you're gonna get paid more if you go to like work at like after high school and you go to work at like a dealership, you get paid more than someone that didn't take those classes, and you have like a higher ranking already. So it's a pretty good class to take.
Well, my number 2, I had I'm gonna take culinary.
Oh, think about that.
Culinary. You just make food for a whole period.
Literally, you just make
like
food. And
the
then
week you like learn about it, and you have to like take some notes and stuff. There's like a couple like projects, and it's like, how much does this spoon cost? It's like,
bro, that's lit.
Know.
Huh?
It's like you gotta look up how much a spoon costs. Like I had to do that one time. It's like whatever, but like the other time you get to make like pie, and when you get like in more advanced like culinary classes, dude, you just like it gets better and better.
Number 2, I'm gonna go study hall. I mean, it's not really a class, but like you can get your homework done. You don't have to do it at school. I mean, you don't have to do it at home. You get all your homework done, and if you don't have homework, you just sit on your phone, watch some YouTube. It's a pretty lit thing that goes on.
I forgot about study hall.
Yeah.
It's like culinary for me. All right, number 3, I got weight class. So I had gym, culinary, and then now weights. I love weights a lot.
Yeah, it's fun. Throwing heavy circles around.
Yeah, you just throw basically giant cookies at.
And then you hurt your back, and then you can't do squats or cleans or deadlifts.
And then you have like a strength coach that just yells at you and is like, do 10 more reps, and you're like, oh, I'm screwed. But he's actually a really cool dude.
Sometimes
and he motivates you. And he cranks the heat up to 85 until you can't breathe.
But then you get a better sweat going, and you get a better workout in.
Anyway, weight classes. I mean, maybe not for like. I know a lot of girls like it too.
Yeah.
And like a lot of guys and girls may disagree, but like I don't know. It's just a fun class. And like you do play dodgeball sometimes in that class too. Like if they're like
not 0 period though, because there's no other classes going on.
Right. Do number 3.
3. I'm gonna go with Spanish. You know, You're learning a life skill.
Un poquito español.
You don't really have to try, especially in like the lower levels. You literally don't have to try, and you get a 100. You get like a 90% plus.
Aquí están algunos.
And then you just like, usually the teachers are pretty chill. So like, you just like can chill on your phone sometimes, and it's pretty cool.
I have a lady who I work with.
Yeah.
Who's like 55, and she speaks Spanish. Like she's fluent in Spanish.
Yeah.
And like knows like English. Like she knows English like some.
Is she from like a Spanish speaking country?
I think so. But like you can tell she's like Hispanic, like Mexican, and but like she helps me practice my Spanish. Like I always say, aquí están algunas fresas, which is here are some strawberries, because like I cut up strawberries and like give them to her, and she's like, oh, gracias, amigo. I'm like, you're welcome. I'm like, which is de nada.
Yeah. We have writing assessments in Spanish where like you write stuff, and like I do super good on those. Like I get 100%. We had a speaking assessment. I could not think of like any words. Like I'm so bad at like actually speaking Spanish. It's terrible.
Oh, one time, so I took 2 years of Spanish. I took freshman and sophomore Spanish, and one time we had to freaking speak to each other and like ask each other questions, bro. I got a proficient plus on that somehow, which is like a 90.
Yeah, I got a P plus on my.
And I was like, what?
Bro, she was like,
we just kept going like answering the same like, oh, sí. Like we just kept saying like, oh, bien.
We had like a speaking assessment, and I somehow got a 9 out of 10, which is proficient plus. And like we go out in the hallway with the teacher, and she like asks you questions, and you have to answer in Spanish. And I literally like, she like asked me a question, and like the first question I answered completely in Spanish, and then the second question she like asked me who's your like what's your favorite professional football team? Like she was like, what's your favorite sport? And I was like, football americano. And then she was like, what's your favorite team? And I was like, what? And then she was like, Chiefs, and then like she started, and I was like, oh, Los Angeles Chargers. And then she was like, she said, who's your favorite player? And I was just like, what are you saying right now?
Yeah, I remember ours. She like sat like you're the teacher, and there's another guy right here. We had to like talk to each other, me and the dude, and she was just like this close to us, like listening. Like I was like shaking my pants, but I was like, because we were just like, oh, ¿cómo estás? And you're like, bien. She's like, I'm like, bruh. Okay, number 4. I think I'm gonna take art, bro.
This was my next pick, low-key.
Art's just like you're like, oh, I got art, bro. It's gonna suck, and then you just draw.
You just go
or
and like
draw, or
paint.
like I literally made
I've
a
never
paper.
actually taken art.
I made a
I've heard
paper
it's
mache
lit.
toucan, bro.
That's lit. Was that 4? Yeah.
No.
4.
Like an art 4.
No, was that your 4th pick?
Oh yeah, that was my 4th. But like, I made a paper mache toucan.
That's
and like
pretty
this
lit.
sick like geometrical drawing, and like
Bro,
I was going ham on it, bro. And like it was actually so fun. I had no one in that class. Like I had had people I knew, but like
no friends.
I didn't really like talk to. Like I talked to a few of them, but like it was just by myself. So I just listened to music and draw, and like it was lit, dude.
But remember, like middle school and elementary school celebration of the arts, like the.
Oh yeah, when you'd like they'd like hang up all your stuff or
Yeah.
something, and you'd
And
like
you-
walk around and like
yeah.
look at other classes.
Or
stuff.
like it was like, yeah, you like you get like a category and you have to like draw something. Or like one time we made like this mirror that like we made glass art, which we were in like 3rd grade. I don't know why they were letting us do glass art, but we were like taking shards of glass and like gluing it on a mirror, and there's like a picture on the mirror, and then like it's like a mirror. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy.
Yeah, they I remember you remember in our they had like the yearly T-shirts at Hawthorne.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. So like,
And they like you would draw like a design.
Yeah.
It could be literally anything, but it kind of has to like represent the school.
yeah,
And then like pick one student and put it on a T-shirt, and then like for that year you could buy like the T-shirt, and it said like the year and like
I
the
remember
school.
they would like pick like a top 3 finalists, and I remember like the 3 finalists. There was like one year there was like this insane drawing of a dog that was like literally the most realistic drawing of a dog I've ever seen. And then like the next one was literally like a drawing of a stick figure, and I'm just like, what is happening?
And they just picked the stick figure. You're like,
No, no, I think the dog won, but like it was so funny. It's just like
this is an amazing dog. This, don't know how we got here. It's like, okay. All right, go for your 4th.
my 4th overall pick. I'm gonna go with woods, because it's like you don't really have to try in woods. You just like build a box, and then you just like build like a little like you put some wood under the CNC machine. You learn how to use a CNC machine. That's pretty much the whole year.
You make like a cutting board.
Yeah, dude, I still have my cutting board. It's like strips of like 3 different woods. I got like walnut, and then I got like acacia, like it's cherry. It's like red-ish, and then I got what's the white one? Is it birch?
It's usually birch. Sometimes there's like white oak. I would assume it's probably birch. Birch is very white.
It was birch. It was so it was like 3 colors, and like so like the cutting board was like this side's long, and this side's like short, like it was like a rectangle, and then I had like the strips going like this, and it was like birch, cherry, and then I don't know, it was walnut, cherry, birch, and then like that pattern stayed through the whole cutting board. It was pretty lit.
Yeah, I never took woods though. I actually tried to sign up for it and they never gave it to me, even as a senior. I was like, what do I want to go with my number 5th pick? I'm just gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it with the math, and here's why. Not a math guy. His sister is the same age as me. We were in the same math class, and I just copied off her and got an A in that class. Not gonna lie. Sorry, Mom and Dad.
Sorry, Mr. B.
Sorry, Mr. B. It's my fault. But you know, and I never really liked math. Like I wouldn't copy. Okay, it made it sound like every test I was like, just like no. Everyone looks at. Okay, it's not like I'm the only kid that was looking at each other's papers.
Yeah.
Literally, Corbin and Sam and like them, they were on their phones and sharing answers, like sliding papers across. I'm like, bruh.
I remember freshman year.
It was goated.
I had like for like geophysical science, you like all the rocks and stuff. I had like a super like chill teacher. Like he literally would like, you know the gizmos where you just like have to fill out like they're so annoying. But he would just give us a gizmo.
That has like all the test answers.
No, he would just give us a gizmo that we had to do that day, and then he'd sit at his desk and do on his computer. But then he wouldn't even check if we turned in the gizmos. Everything was self-graded, and so I literally did nothing, and I would give myself like a 9 out of 10 or like a 90% every time. So like it didn't seem like too suspicious, and then I would just like, it was crazy.
And then he would just be like, okay.
Yeah.
All right, so the reason I go back to math is like I wasn't a big math fan. Like there was that whole thing, but like everyone in math looks at someone else's paper. You're not gonna be able to help it like all the time. You like try, whatever.
Bro, now they got the freaking dividers where it's like
oh yeah, true.
The cardboard dividers.
We did have that a bunch of times, and you just had to like work by yourself. But what made math? I think what makes math a lot of fun is like for some reason in always math classes, dude. There's always just like fun. Like it's just like all your friends end up in your math class, dude. I don't know why, but it's kind of crazy. Like all my friends are like in my last year's math class, and like the year before I had like this teacher named Miss Bolte. He was like awesome, and like all this stuff. And I knew a bunch of people in that class, and I don't know why math just turns out to be like the best class for like social wise. Yeah. Even though it's like the worst subject in my opinion.
That's how it was for like, I think English is the worst subject.
English is pretty bad because they're like, write it. Dude, you're not even a senior. When you get the senior project, they're like, write a 12-page bibliography. And you're like, what? For the senior project?
Oh, dude, I was like signing up for my classes next year. And I was like checking with my counselor to see if I had like, all the credits I needed. And like I had down intro to debate. And she was like, well, like, because you have to do the English and then the English elective. And for my English elective, I had intro to debate.
You should have done science fiction and fantasy, bro.
And no, bro, I just thought it was going to be easy. And then my counselor's like, well, you should probably do, like, college prep reading or writing just because it looks better to some colleges if you are planning to go to college. And I don't know, I might go to college. So I was just like, oh, dang it, fine, I'll do it. But I took college prep reading.
Oh, dude, I took science fiction and fantasy, and I've been accepted to, like, 5 colleges.
I don't know. I don't know how it
whatever
works, but
it's like I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Right. They're like, oh, it looks better. Dude, if you can take science fiction and fantasy, that class is lit.
Yeah, I might.
I watched Interstellar in that class, bro.
Bro, I've heard that's a good movie.
It's a good movie. It was a long movie. We literally just watched Interstellar and we watched Lord of the Rings.
That's lit.
And read like Stephen King novels, bro. Oh. You know, my teacher also took us to the movie theater to watch Dune.
I've heard. I saw this meme.
He's like, he literally took a picture of us too. Like I love his name is Mr. Newman.
Oh, I love Mr. Newman. He's so chill. I had him freshman year.
I also gave him an Infinity Gauntlet because he's wearing a purple shirt one day, and I was like, "You look like Thanos." And he was like, really? And I was like, yeah, I'll buy you an Infinity Gauntlet. He's like, nah, it's alright.
Like the plastic one.
Yeah, it's just like it's like a closed fist. Like, you can't
the
move
30
it.
one.
But
Like the $30 one.
you can stick your hand in there and hold it. And I gave it to him, and he just walked around with it like the whole day. But I was like, okay.
Mr. Newman's a chiller.
He's really chill.
I had
Like,
him
he gets
freshman
like
year.
kind of serious sometimes, which is like
Yeah.
every teacher. But like, dude was chill. Like I literally we just like drew pictures and like book covers, bro. And
My combo teacher this year, like not the English combo teacher, but my history combo teacher. She just will have these random slide presentations. Like she had one for Teddy Roosevelt, like the president.
yeah, yeah.
And it was just like fun facts about him, and like bro's rode a moose more than once. He has ridden a moose more
He's
than
like
once.
that. He's just like, I'm gonna ride that.
Yeah, and it's just like all these random fun facts, and then she had this whole one like on Butte. I mean, people in other states probably don't learn about Butte, but it was like a big mining town, and like for like in like in the 1910s and 1920s, it was like one of the biggest towns in America, and now it's just like a little shanty town.
You know, do you know Billings is the most depressed town in America?
Yeah, I do know that. Seasonal depression.
It's because everything's gray in the wintertime, bro.
Yeah,
There's
facts.
no sunshine. It's actually, this winter's been really cold and like it's decently sunny. It hasn't been like totally gray, but
I
it's
feel
been like really
well.
cold.
Bozeman's like one of the sunniest cities in Montana. I'm pretty sure.
It's not even that sunny. You want to go summer sunny? Go to Arizona, bro. It's just constantly sunny.
I'm talking about in Montana.
I know, but I'm saying if you wanted, like, if you're someone that wants sun, don't move to Montana. Don't move to Montana.
If you're
anyway.
someone who wants sun, move to Florida. Because if you move to Arizona, you're gonna hate yourself every moment. You're gonna hate every moment of every day because it's gonna be 130, and then your air conditioning is gonna break, and then you're just gonna be sitting in your house
in a pool of
sweating.
sweat.
Yeah, literally. So don't live in
Why do
Arizona.
you think Arizona makes those like out of like that plaster, bro? Their houses are made out
Yeah.
because it's like the coolest material.
Yeah.
Like, because it doesn't attract heat. Like
It's
that much.
rock, and then they're also like a bunch of.
Do you
bright
imagine like a
colors.
black metal roof in Arizona, bro?
You'd be
You
toast.
look at that and it burns
Yeah,
your
'cause
eyeballs.
that's why everything in Arizona is like made out of like that like
Clay and, like-
clay and like it's like bright colors, so it like
Yeah, it, like
doesn't
reflects
attract
heat
the
easier.
sun. Yeah.
Yeah, because imagine I'm gonna put a black metal roof on in Phoenix, Arizona, on my house, and then
Imagine
you're
building like a Montana style.
and then you go to
house.
like I need to change out my gutter, and you go to touch it, and you just sear your hand off.
Yeah, imagine my house in Arizona. It's just like a normal like
Yeah, 'cause
it's
you have
like
like
a 1980s style house that's with like all black roof, like dark gray siding.
Yeah, bro. It just be the siding wouldn't get very hot. Like it would get warm, but
Yeah.
the roof would get asphalt gets really hot.
Yeah.
That's why when you like walk on a road barefoot in like the summertime, when you just sear your feet.
I remember one time when I was younger, I went to work with my dad, and like I was in like that little kid stage where you just never wear shoes.
You didn't bring shoes.
I had like I think I had shoes, but I just didn't want to wear them because it was also like they were working on storage units, so it was just like a big asphalt, and it was in the middle of summer, and I went out barefoot, and I had like second degree burns on the bottom of my feet from just walking around on asphalt.
Cause you're just burning. Yeah, because like it's like hot on your feet until you like get home, and then after like 30 minutes, then you're like, oh, my feet really hurt right now, and they're just like bright red because you burned them.
My 5th overall pick. Let's get back on task, I guess.
Or we just went off on a rant, bro.
Is history. It's cool. You get to learn about cool things that happened in the past, some sad things too, but a lot of it's fun to learn about the past and what happened before you were alive because a lot of it's unknown. Well, it's not unknown, obviously,
Ever seen like the?
but it's like kind of cool to like think like back in like ancient times. Like a lot of that stuff went unrecorded, so like they could have just been like this like super smart man that was just like knew everything, but like no one
Jesus Christ.
believed him.
You just explained Jesus Christ.
No, I'm talking
He was
about
a
like
super smart man that no one believed him.
no, I'm not talking about like I'm talking about like in like ancient Rome, and there's just like this dude pulls up who's just like super smart and like imagine if you went to ancient Rome and like you said that the world was a globe, they would literally think you were like the stupidest person that has ever walked the planet.
They're like,
Earth.
no, Earth flat. You're like,
and they're just like, no.
they're like, not today, sir. Me no English. Like,
Anyways, yeah.
imagine
history-
showing a person in Rome an AR-15. This
Bro,
shoots a bullet.
imagine you go back to like ancient Rome and you just like give them an AirPod and you just play some Cardi and they're just like
Fam, and fam, and
you just like start freaking
wake
out.
up. It's the first of the month.
I brush
It's
my
a-
teeth and count up.
Bevo Carter's a rapper, if you don't know. Or you like play some like Metallica or something, or like AC/DC. It's like back in. He's just like, what is that melody?
What is that melody?
And then the world's changed forever. Like when you go back to your society, it's just a futuristic like.
Yeah.
Because it's like since you showed him that piece of it, he's just like changed the world. He's like the most.
You just like show him like photos from NASA and he's just like, he like takes your phone and he's just like,
He just like he's like, who is Pat Surtain? Who is Pat Surtain? You're like, football, American football. He's like,
soccer? Football?
football? So you're like,
He's like kicking his football and he's like brings out a soccer ball and you're like, no. And then you just like invent
you just
football.
like, you're like, watch this, bro. You're like, oh, no internet out here, man. And then you just like show him a highlight of like Tom Brady highlights. Like you're like 7-time Super Bowl champion. He's like, oh.
You just like the reason that American football gets invented.
Literally imagine being like, and this is an AR-15, and he's like,
You just give like ancient Rome just like in the middle of war. You just like equip them with like AR-15s.
You're like-
and just like
you're like nuclear bomb. He's like, drops it on his own town. He's like, okay, just blows up his own city. That'd be crazy, dude. Yeah, it'd be kind of fun to like go back then, like remember those like My Treehouse books or whatever?
the Magic Tree House.
Yeah, where they like go back in time.
Yeah, those
are
were crazy.
They
I
were
used
like,
to have,
I remember thinking those were long books. And they were literally like this
yeah,
thing.
I used to have like every book in the trilogy, and I literally read like almost every book.
Dude,
was
there was like
crazy.
hundreds of them.
Well, I had like the main like I had like
The main like kids ones.
yeah there was like
There's,
I
like-
had like the main like 30. There was like 30 like
Yeah.
the first ones
Yeah.
like 1 through 30, and I had
It was
all
like they
those.
like went back in time to like the moon landing or something.
Yeah,
like,
then
went
there was
back
like
in
they
time.
went back time to the dinosaurs.
Yeah.
And I remember, bro, like I was like a kid reading that, and like back when like my imagination was just like cracked out of its mind, I was just like imagining this like ginormous T-Rex just chasing me, and I'm just trying to get back to my like tree house so I don't die.
You're like, okay, Treehouse, let's go. Do you ever seen this like videos? It's like, what's her name? Miss Streusel or something. The magic school
Magic
bus.
School Bus, Miss, I know who you're talking about, but she's like the bench press one.
Yeah, and she's like bench pressing like 405.
Yeah, with like
And then like it's like the magic school bus could be inside
close
of you.
grip.
It's like the magic school bus could be inside of you right now and you don't even know.
Yeah.
I was like, what?
There's like a thing of her benching like 405 close grip with no arched back and
So you're
no
just like-
spot. She's like,
She wasn't even breathing, but she was like, okay, class. I'm like,
she's like, today we're learning about kinetic energy.
she definitely had
something like
Cardi
that.
playing, bro. Today
Yeah.
we're learning about kinetic energy and how weight moves. The class is like, all the gym guys are like, what is that melody?
Please let this be a normal field trip. What the frizz? No way.
Oh yeah, Miss Frizzle.
Yeah, Miss Frizzle. That's what it was. Dude, they rebooted it with like Miss Frizzle's like she was like supposed to be her like daughter or something, or like her sister, like younger sister, and her name was like still Miss Frizzle, but like all the like and it was like I don't know, it was freaking crazy. It was terrible.
Well, I think
We've just been chatting.
we're probably gonna end it because we've been talking for like 40 minutes.
Yeah.
And just time to
About nothing.
about nothing, but we've also had a good discussion.
Yeah, we've had like a.
And
There's like
hopefully-
no sports to talk about because we don't really like we like basketball, but we don't really like follow basketball, which we should probably start so we have like
I
stuff to
should
talk
check the
about.
John Jones fight real quick, bro.
But like, yeah, we don't really enjoy basketball that much. So, like the only time I really like to watch basketball is if I'm like actually at the game. Like but like most of the time I just like don't enjoy watching basketball, which like makes no sense because basketball has like more action than football. But like I just don't like it. Like it's like
Basketball
boring to
doesn't
me.
really have more action. Like it's not more like explosive. It's just
Yeah.
kind of like they're just running back first.
yeah, it just gets annoying.
But
It's like they're doing the pacer test. Anyways, we had a good discussion. We'll see you guys next week.
we'll
If
see you
we
next
get
week.
around to recording,
We'll
sometimes
get
we just
around to it.
forget.
We'll
But
get
it will
around
probably be try to get around Thursday, Friday, like normal. Get back on a normal schedule, and we'll probably post every week. But no promises, because we are just. I'm 17 and he's 19, so.
18, 19 in 20 days.
Anyways, we're
Basically 19.
literally still. Kids.
Doesn't really matter.
We both still live with our parents, so.
We both still. This kind of sounds depressing coming from my end, but like I'm probably gonna go to like college. Anyway, it's a long story.
Yeah.
We'll see you guys next week. See you later, you couch potatoes.
We love you.
See you next episode.
Goodbye.
Bye.